Hey guys, what is up? So today we are diving into Dakota Neo. If you don't know who she is, she was viewed as that crazy fan, who was invited to Trisha Paytas' wedding. Trisha invited her and then disinvited her, and it was a whole thing. Remember last year, if you don't know, Trisha Paytas, she got these rabbit chairs. It was made with real rabbit fur. From my understanding, that's actually illegal. But anyways, so she got these rabbit fur chairs, and a lot of people had so much to say about it, including Dakota Neo, who was invited to Trisha Paytas' wedding. Now, the reason how Trisha even found out about Dakota was because she had a TikTok. She created this TikTok, Dakota Paytas, and she pretended to be Trisha Paytas. As soon as she created the account, according to Dakota, Trisha liked her, 3 days later, apparently then followed her on her own Instagram account. And so Dakota says that the reason why she created this Trisha Paytas account was because she was getting a lot of the material that she was posting on TikTok banned, and realized that Trisha, wasn't getting her stuff banned, and she was a fan of Trisha, watched her after high school, yada, 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 right? So that parasocial fan relationship came to an end with these rabbit years, because Dakota has rabbits. She loves animals, and she messaged Trisha telling her she completely disagreed with the animal chairs and really wanted her to disperse of them. And it is known that you do have to electrocute rabbits in order to get their fur. After Dakota sent Trisha this message, Trisha left her on red forever. And then eventually Trisha did message Dakota back, saying something along the lines of, sorry that I hurt your feelings or whatever, but pretty much ending that fan relationship there. Now, where Dakota messed up was that she was at an airport and she was talking about how she was going to go to Trisha's wedding. Now, Trisha at one point asked her, where's your address? I want to invite you. And Dakota never received an invite. Dakota claims that she always knew Trisha was never going to invite her. Even Dakota claims that she was never really wanting to be Trisha's friend, because I watched this hour-long interview that Sebastian Soto did with Dakota, and it is a huge difference to what Dakota recently posted on YouTube about Trisha Paytas now. She posted up a video saying that her and Trisha were friends, and I want you to watch the difference, okay? Because there's a lot going on here. I do want to keep in mind that I started taking this video seriously. This was not a video that I could laugh about, because she talks about therapy a lot in this video, but she also says that her therapist, or she was advised to not post this video, and to me that's red flag, red flag. Anyways, with that being said, look at the differences, okay?
I've watched her for over 10 years. I know her patterns with people. She does not last long with anyone. And I knew the same. You can even ask my mom. When I first started, I even told my mom, I said, this is going to end badly, but I have to do it. I have to. It's a risk, no risk, or high risk, high reward. My reward is talking to Sebastian Soto on YouTube here today for my first interview. I have this person that I was friends with. People can, this is so weird that I'm talking about this. I have this person that I idolized, and I know what I did was wrong. I had this person that I idolized, and I had this weird parasocial relationship with that it turned into a real relationship where we were friends. And when you are communicating back and forth and being friendly to each other and shouting each other out, it was honestly I need tissues. It was like a real friendship.
Now, as you can see, there's a different tone. You can tell from the first video that Sebastian interviewed her with, that she's liking this attention because she's never received it before. And then it was really worrisome. I was so freaked out. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of freaked out when she said this about Trisha, about basically getting into her head. It was weird. It was creepy to me. I felt weird about it, okay? Take a listen.
I wanted Trisha to donate to a rabbit rescue and to get rid of those hideous, diabolical chairs. I don't like the chairs. I think that they're horrible. And I wanted her to get rid of him. She refused, left me on red. So I took matters into my own hands and I said, I'm going to make you as paranoid as possible. So you have to spend the money that I wanted you to donate in security. I made you spend the amount. This is my thing. If someone does you wrong, say an ex-boyfriend makes you mad, or say he like breaks your heart. Well, my heart costs as much as your tires. I'm going to slash your tires. I cause as much pain financially as they cause to me mentally.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to cause havoc. I wanted to cause anxiety. I wanted to cause pain. What can you do with Trisha? Trisha's paranoid. Trisha has anxiety. Trisha's overly paranoid. I know how to get in her brain. So I did. It's Trisha Paytas. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to send her hate. I don't want this to be like a big thing. But at the end of the day, I want people to know that she is evil. She is conniving. I have been going to therapy because I was victimized by Trisha Paytas. I was on her list. I was the one that she decided to tear the down and to basically eliminate me from the internet.
So, all of her bragging about getting into Trisha's head and all of that, it doesn't translate to her video that she posted recently. And by the way, she says that she was on Thanksgiving holiday when she made this video at the airport, saved it in her drafts, and thought it would be funny to troll, have Trisha actually believe that she was going to her wedding. And she wanted to freak Trisha out on purpose. So do you hear that? She wanted to get inside of Trisha's head and freak her out on purpose, have her get security. She wanted all of that just to get in her head, but yet you don't think that you, mind you, no one deserves to get fired from their job, but all the other internet hate that you received, I mean, you get what you put out. In this video, she's saying how people came for her and how they would call up her job. Trisha Paytas is the reason why, you know, they had to fire her at her job. She has now a new job, works from home. But she really, and mind you, people should never go that far. Like, I don't believe anyone should go that far, like, for real, like, get a life. For some reason, with a lot of Trisha Paytas fans or non-fans, they always want to dox you, always. But anywho, my whole point here is that it's weird to me because in this video, Dakota takes zero accountability for her actions. Hey guys, so as I'm editing this video, I realized that there's like literally 2 seconds where Dakota is like, I know what I did is wrong, insert here.
I have this person that I idolized, and I know what I did was wrong. I had this person that
I almost missed it, but at the end of the day, I'm still adding in what I did because she spent this whole entire video of talking about, you know, what Trisha did to her and spent like 2 seconds of ownership of like, I know what I did was wrong, and then it went to the next clip. Like, nah. To me, you saying it and then spending like for 0.001% of the video and then spending like 99.9 whatever percent of the video about Trisha's actions when in reality your actions were a huge play and part of it. Yeah, I still mean every single thing I said about how she still needs to take ownership. Because I did feel sorry for her. Like, I heard about this story last year. I didn't really care. But now, like, actually reading the story, watching what happened, going back on a bunch of videos, I'm sitting here and I'm like, where is the accountability here? Because this whole entire video is kind of like, F you, Trisha, and I'm glad that you were crying in that video, and I hope your skincare line is crap. It is crap. I hope no one buys from you. Basically, those were the vibes I'm getting. You get what you deserve, karma. That was this video. You know, this video wasn't like a self-growing and self-learning video. This person, this fan did not take accountability for anything. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, you sat there and told people last year that you were going to Trisha's wedding. You know, there's this saying, and it fits her perfectly, to become better, you have to admit your ignorance, at least to yourself. You know what I mean? Accepting your limitations is every bit as important as embracing your strengths. And in order to grow as a person, in order to move on fully, really, past a situation, you have to admit ownership. You have to sit there and be like, at some point, I did something wrong here. You know, in this video, Dakota, and mind you, she has me defending Trisha Paytas in this video. Dakota doesn't mention not one thing that she did wrong. She goes, you know, all I did was post this about her chair. No, you pretended you were at the airport going to her wedding. You didn't think drama channels, TV channels were gonna pick up on that? You know what I mean? You thought it was fun and games until it wasn't, because you didn't think about the consequences, the severity of your actions. You know, and once again, I will reiterate, I don't believe that it's fair that someone called up her job, a bunch of people did to get her fired. No, I don't believe that it's fair at all. For real. But what I'm saying here is that she's sitting on this like pedestal of growth when what did you grow with? You didn't take ownership of nothing, you know? And the fact that you sat there and was like, I know how to troll, I know how to get into people's heads, and now you're sitting here and be like, well, it's all Trisha's fault. Like, you are singing a different tune, dancing to a different song now without taking ownership. So here's how I feel about this. I feel like, obviously, Dakota, she looks like she's been through it. With all the internet hate, she looks like she's really like, you know what I mean? So I get it on just this like, oh my gosh, because when you haven't had this much hate on you as much, I can see how challenging that could be to your mental health and your well-being, for real. I mean, she mentions how she like gained 60 pounds. Like, I totally understand how it feels to receive so much hate as a small, minute little dot on the platform. Completely get it. But at the end of the day, I have to say, with this fan situation, with this drama, I have to be Team Trisha with this. And it's weird saying that because I haven't said that in quite some time. But with this, I wasn't feeling Dakota. I did my research and I felt like she still is lying to herself, I think. I feel like she is. And the bigger picture here is this fan relationship. I don't believe Trisha should have invited this fan to her wedding. I know a lot of people invite, like, for instance, Taylor Swift. You know, Taylor Swift, she'll have these little gatherings, invite her fans, but it's orchestrated in a way to where obviously she has security, etc. But I don't know. I don't think it's a smart idea to sit there and just invite people who create counts pretending to be you to your wedding. That's just my opinion, because of things like this happen. Because this person didn't have any boundaries. Dakota does not have any. I mean, even watching this interview with Sebastian Soto, she talks about how she tapped on Jeffree Star's shoulder at a meet and greet, knowing that she could not touch him, and brags about how security lifted her up and dragged her out of Sephora.
I've had horrible experiences with YouTubers. One time I was carried out of Sephora by cops from a YouTuber. Oh, it was Jeffree Star.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I touched him too hard on his shoulder, tapping him, asking him for a photo, and he just said, her out, and they picked me up and carried me out to the front door of the Sephora a couple years ago because I wasn't supposed to touch him. I just tapped him on his shoulder and asked him for a photo.
Does that sound like someone who knows boundaries? And she also mentioned other celebrity encounters in that interview that did not go well for her. No offense to Dakota, because I hope that she genuinely, I truly mean this, get the help that she needs. But I don't know, there's something that doesn't seem right. I feel like there's more things that she needs to work on. And I don't think it's healthy for Dakota to finesse herself into other people, like into celebrities, into people who she looks up to, because I think that's unhealthy for her. I think Dakota needs to finesse herself into Dakota. You know what I mean? I think Dakota needs to be a fan, be her own cheerleader of herself, because that's really what it looks like she needs to do. She needs to cheer herself on. She needs to be a huge fan of Dakota. Feel me? Root for your future, root for your life, root for all the goals that you want to accomplish. But that's the only person I feel like Dakota should be really rooting for. That's it. Anyways, leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon on the next video. Bye, guys.